Alrighty, so we're driving along in Key Lake. Just thought I'd pull out onto a deserted road and see what the old girl's got. Oops. Now that we're getting a little more used to her, and we gotta see what this V8's all about and such. So, mind my screechy and crappy brakes. I need new ones. Alrighty. I tell you, every time I drive this car, it just makes me just a little bit more excited. That is just awesome. I mean, it's just got so much, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's just got so much grunt, just so much torque. God, it's so fun. Oh yeah, so I'll have to time that 0 to 60 and see what that is. But man, I think the brakes are just getting worse and worse. You can hear them, and they screech pretty dang good. But I mean, that's the first time I've cleaned the carbon out of it a little bit, so I haven't gotten on it quite like that. That's the first time I've gotten it up to 6,200 there, so God dang, that's nice. Exhaust definitely needs some work. It's not near as loud as it probably could be, and I'm not talking like uber loud, but I want to hear some more of that rumble, that thunder. Bring the thunder. And oh man, drifter on a dirt road, just easier than pie with the traction control off at least, and well, if I could figure out how to turn up the stability control, that'd be nice. I mean, traction control is right there, but, you know, God dang, this car is so fun. And we literally went from that notch down closer to half a tank, and I've, only gone 180-ish miles on this tank so far, so I've gone to town a few times, and, well, today went down to Coon Rapids and back. I've gone to Seago and back. I've just kind of gone shorter distances. Tomorrow we're going to Minneapolis, though, picking somebody up from the airport. So with the shimmy and all, I mean, tires are so freaking flat spotted on the front. It just rides like, well, the steering wheel shakes pretty bad. I don't know if you can tell at all in the beginning of the video there, but 65 is about the worst of it. 60, 65. So, oh man, I tell you, for some reason, the BCM's been behaving itself today. I mean, we got headlights, we got fog lights going, and it's just going. No rhyme or reason, and it's not dinging at me. Oh, now we're at half a tank. But I mean, turn the AC on, not bing bonging at me and everything else, so that's good. And I went out somewhere earlier today before I went to Coon Rapids, and just to town and back, and when I got back, and the coolant, you can see the coolant's up now, but there was just, oh yep, you saw that, there's a smidge of coolant in there. So I don't know what to make of that. It might go down and it might not. It's not dripping anything. And it was just up into there. It's like it pushes up and then it's, I don't know what to make of that at all. There's definitely some coolant up in it, but it never runs funny or anything like that, so I don't know what to make of it. So, look at it. It's almost like the coolant's boiling. You can kind of hear coolant rolling through, but yeah, I don't know what to think. It's rather frustrating. Because, you know, it's this kind of stuff that makes you go, is the car okay? Are we having issues? Because earlier today, the coolant was right at the line of the tank. I hear the headlight's still on. It is in park. We want off. Hence why I turned the car off. That'd be great. But, yeah, so you can see coolant is it's fluctuating a little bit. You can just hear it. I don't know what to make of it. So the hose is not hard whatsoever. I mean, it is got pressure in there. It's fully pressurized finally. I'd actually forgotten a hose clamp, this one right here. So it's bleeding off excess pressure, which is good. I guess that's what the cap is designed to do, right? So it's bleeding off excess pressure, but it's also pushing out some coolant while doing so. And that just makes me a little nervous. But, I mean, the thing never runs hot. That's the first time I've done full throttle in this car. And I tell you, the car does not hesitate, doesn't blow smoke, it doesn't do anything funny. It just... Earlier today it was doing that, I guess. It was blowing off some pressure, excess pressure, and it had a little bit of coolant. Oh, nice. She'll stay there for a little bit. But that just makes me nervous. I don't like that kind. And granted, it could be some steam. That's coolant, though. That's just straight up coolant. So I don't know. I really don't know what to make of it. It is what it is. So, if I get a summer out of it before I do head gaskets, I'll be happy. Because this winter, I figure, and here it cranks over just fine. Everything just seems to run just fine. Temp gauge is just fine. It never leaves that spot. I shouldn't say that. It has. Oh, now you can hear the fans roaring. The radiator fans even. And they just turned off. So, that's that. And then you can smell coolant or something. I don't know. I know it's coolant. It hasn't pushed coolant out since the day I went up to Dad's, which is good. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. She's way up now. Holy. She's way up here now. So I don't know if it's over full or what. I'll have to check it in the morning. There is a little bit of action, but it's right underneath the overflow. So I'm hoping it's just from the overflow going into the bottle. I mean, it's even fluctuating over here a bit. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, the thing never gets hot. It never was overpressurized, not hard as a rock. It's soft. So, I just don't know what to make of it. I mean, it's soft. So, sheesh. Don't know. Drive her until she needs head studs, I guess. But, golly, I don't look forward to pulling the engine out again, I'll tell you that much. I put some LEDs in here. I ran out of LEDs, unfortunately. I couldn't do the map lights because I focused on the floors and the doors and the trunk. So I got LEDs pretty well throughout now. I believe the radio's just dead. From what I'm reading online, the radio is just dead. I found a guy online who had the exact same problem I did. Oops, sorry. Trying to see here. 104,000 already. There you go. Who had the same exact problem I did. where his radio just died, just up and died. And then his door locks were switching back and forth. His cluster was resetting back to 0 and going to normal. And it stalled on him. That's exactly, and battery drain. That's exactly what I was having. Okay, and that was on one of them Fixia websites. Well, he was recommended that maybe the BCM was having issues. Take it to the dealer, see what they say. Well, they guess they replaced the BCM that fixed most of his problems, except for the radio never came back on. I've pulled my amp fuse, and you could hear the amp shut off. So it's not the amplifier. Whoops. And people were saying, "Will the buttons light up?" Yeah. I mean, I've tried putting a CD in, and it just doesn't even do anything. I mean, you can't even get the CD in far. It just won't even go in. So I don't know what to make of it. It's frustrating as all get out. So I might just end up getting another radio to replace this. And I found one for $70 online, so that's not so bad. It's just, well, it's almost another $100. And then, like, all of a sudden today, the BCM's perfectly fine. I had the AC on, the headlights on, you name it, and it wasn't bing-bonging at me. It wasn't resetting, doing nothing. But yesterday, it stalled on me on the way back from town with the air conditioning on. Yesterday was steamy, yuck. And the thing just stalled on me. I pulled over, started the car back up. And for me to get the car to start back up, I have to like hit the unlock or lock button on the car fob. So it registers, kind of resets, registers, key fob in the car, and then I can start the car. Otherwise it's like, no fobs detected. And it's like, but then I just turned the AC off, left it off. Did I use it this morning? I really don't think I used it this morning because this morning was 60 or 70 degrees, so it was really nice out, and I left it off, and I just figured today I'd leave it off, but I had a guest with me today, so they really, were mentioning the weather, and I was kind of like, you know what, we'll turn it on and see, and it just ran flawlessly, so no complaints there. I don't know if this is just me, or if maybe the BCM is having its thingy. But in my last Cadillac, when I'd set the temperature to like 72 degrees, it would, start out really cold, probably as cold as it could get, to get the temperature down fast. And then it would bring the temperature up in the vent, and it would fluctuate. You could feel it go from cooler to hotter, cooler to warmer, and it would just kind of fluctuate to keep it at that 72 degrees. This one, I don't know if this is just the way these are, or if this is just mine, the way the BCM's acting, but it, you set it to cold, like, if you set it at 72, or whatever the computer wants to consider 72, is coming out of the vents. And if you want ice cold right away, you got to crank it all the way down to the bottom, and then it gets ice cold. But the minute you start moving it up to 72, 75, then it just blows out that constant temperature. You don't get ice cold, and then it warms up gradually to keep it at that 70-something you set it at. Don't know if that's just my car BCM, or if that's just the way these STSs are. It's not a big deal, but it's something, I've noticed where I can't just set it and forget it. It's like getting the car after being in the store for 30 minutes on a super hot day, and you're like, you had it set at 72 because you were comfortable after driving around, and now you gotta, oh, it's hot, get it down, instead of just starting the car, it's starting out just blaring ice cold, so it's one of them things. The Seville seemed to do quite a bit better in that aspect, but although you could constantly tell it was swapping back and forth, cooler, warmer, cooler, warmer, cooler, warmer. I was like, can't you just kind of hold it? But, oh well, it is what it is. I got to try and adjust the sunroof too. This should get the groceries in, I guess, but, oop, get off me, fly. You can see the sunroof is sitting down a little bit on more than on one side, and went through the car wash. It pushed it down, was blowing air right into the car, and I was like, oh, that's nice. And then at some point I'll have to get a new windshield because it's like the glass is delaminating from in the top and bottom-ish. I don't know. There's more somewhere. Especially along the top, though, it's delaminating. So that's Wonderful. So who knows, maybe I'll get a massive rock in the windshield and I'll have to get a new one, but that's why you got insurance with the zero deductible glass, right? So, but other than that, I should put some tire shine on the wheels today, not that you can tell. Other than the tire's a little darker now. Stinking dirt roads. I get tired of having, you know, nice vehicles and crappy dirt roads to get your car all dirty. Oh, dang it. Oh, you want the best flavored Gatorade on the planet? It's the raspberry lemonade. It's sweet, not tart. Not too sweet, not, you know, whatever. And it's lower sugar, and it's just good. It's just good. So I suppose for the stuff melts, because I got melty stuff in there, so I'm gonna go get that inside, and just figured I'd give you a sneak peek. I don't know if the coolant's still just a hair on the full side or what. It just expands and it starts breathing out a little bit of coolant, just like as it bleeds off. It just kind of pushes a little bit out, not anything drastic. You can smell it, but you can't see it. So obviously, unless you flick the tube, then yeah. But, I don't know. We'll see how it does tomorrow. But I just figured, oh man, finally gave her some Chooch as she squeaks them tires just a wee little bit. So, oh yeah, I'm just loving this car. It's just freaking fun, and it just looks better the more I, you know, enjoy it. So, heck yeah, I love that North Star. There's not, you can't tell, and it's not even leaking a drop right now. Underneath, it's dry as a bone, and I know that's rare for a North Star, but get some head studs. We'll reseal some stuff, and she'll be even more leak proof and bulletproof. So can't wait. It's gonna be awesome just to have 100% reliable, get in it, drive anywhere, anytime, cross country, whatever. Nice cruiser. Get some custom seat foam made so it's not so freaking rock hard, but heck yeah, I'm enjoying this car already. So hope you guys enjoyed the little squeaker in the beginning. Thanks for watching. God bless.